going to start off from half guard. So if you just go on your knees. Good. So this is, most people will know half guard. We've covered it quite a lot, so your basic sort of half guard sweeps from here. Reverse de la Riva is when they post up on the foot and we're in this sort of a position. Yeah, so it's a little bit different than half guard. Just so you know, de la Riva guard is this, reverse de la Riva is the other way. So this is the position I'm looking for. I'm going to show you 2 sweeps from here, but just for a minute, I just want to work on understanding this position. So, really, really important that we have this hook. This hook controls the distance. So if I want to kick Sarah away or I want to bring her forward, it controls that. Also, I'm trapping her. So if Sarah wants to just like knee through from here, it's going to be very hard for her because she has to get rid of that hook. So this is a really important control. The other control, obviously I want to be on my side. The other control is this foot. So this foot can either be on the shoulder or on the hip. So now we'll go on the hip. What this foot does is also controls the distance. So if Sarah comes too close, I can push her away. If I want to like push her away to make some space to go inverted and do all different things, but you need both legs working at the same time. If Sarah wants to go under this leg, I can control her shoulder and then I can go back on the foot. The grips I'm looking for, so just like in half guard, just go sort of like a knee position. That's it. Yeah. So I want to control the distance with this. So if I lose all of these controls and Sarah comes close, she can squash me down. But if my hand is here, she'll sort of get choked as she comes on the blade of my forearm. So I like to grab the lapel here. And notice how my elbow is inside, so I've got like straight angles, and it's it doesn't require a lot of energy on my behalf. So I'm going to go from here, and then lastly, this hand, just like in half guard, controlling the crossface. So Sarah can grab this or can crossface me, and I don't want that. So I'm here, or you can even grab the sleeve like this. So I'm controlling this. So what the drill we're going to do for a minute, go on your knees. I'm going to start from half guard. I want you to work this hook. We've done this before. So Sarah's going to post up. I'm going to swap my hook to the back of her thigh. Then she's going to go on her knees again. And then this hook swaps to the shin. Can everyone see that in there? So the hook on the bottom swaps from her thigh to hooking her shin. Yeah, so she's going to go on her knees again. I swap the hook. She's going to go down on her knees. I swap the hook. I follow her around. Does that make sense? We'll just do this for a minute. And then we'll do an Omoplata and a tripod sweep from that. Does everyone get that? So if you want, you can do 30 seconds on one side and the other. New girls, just go on one side before it confuses you too much. So keep this foot here on the hip, the other one puts the shin, get the grips, and just go up and down. Nice and easy. That's it. Yeah, let's go into your couples, and 1 minute each. 1, 2, 3. A tripod sweep. So nice and simple. We're going to start from the reverse de la Riva position. So like this. I want the top person to be in this position, so don't be on your knees. That's what generally happens. I saw a few people do this. This is not great because it's very easy for the top person to collapse my hips and start passing. So this should be flared out and the foot should be sort of facing in like that. What I'm going to do from here is grab collar and sleeve. Now, as one of the reactions, Sarah's going to stand up. That's it. So what I'm going to do from here is lift my hips and I'm going to take away this hook to here. So I'm going to go from here and kick her backwards into sort of like a sickle sweep. I'll just do one quick one and then I'll explain the details. So Sarah stands up, I'm going to push off that hip and cut underneath her. Okay. I push with my foot into the hip. I still keep hold on to this. I lift my hips and I drop this foot to behind her hip, so as well as you can. As I do this, my aim is to bring her onto her right hip, so I want to go this way. And get up into her passing position. Don't forget to, just when you can't, don't forget to let go, otherwise you can get walk into a triangle or whatever. So you just want to let go once you stop. Again, starting from here, top person is going to stand up. I'm going to push onto the hip, lift the butt up, and I'm going to swap the hook to the bottom. One more. Does everyone get that?
Sorry, as well.
I'm sort of shorten and more that way. It's kind of like I want her to go to right up. It's much of a, like it's very much a reaction sweep, so you can't force it when they're just like here. It's very hard to do. It's definitely, so you're going to push to force their reaction, and as they stand pretty tall, sometimes the foot is a little bit closer. It gives them perfect chance to push on the hip to sweep. So you kind of want to take the risk. Let's give this a go for 3 minutes each, and then we'll go over another recovery to Omoplata. 1, 2, 3. So probably one of my favourite things to do from reverse de la Riva. I either go inverted or I recover back to open guard. So we're going to practice open guard recovery straight into an Omoplata. It's a really nice attack because you already have the collar sleeve here. So same thing happens. Sarah's going to posture up, and I don't feel like I can get the tripod sweep. So what I'm going to do from here is first undo this and put it on her shoulder. So make space with her shoulder so she can't grab anything. And then this hook becomes you put it on the hip to make some space like that. So now I've separated Sarah's arm like this. From here, I like to go for Omoplatas. So all I'm going to do is pull her down, shoot my hips up, and go onto my left hip as I stomped on her back like this. We'll just do a really simple sort of, so we're not going to go over finishing Omoplatas in great detail today, but what I want to do is sort of sandwich her shoulder between my knees like this, and then get the leg over her head here, and as soon as I can, I grab the far hip like this. From here, I'm going to sit up into a sprinter position, so my legs change, and then I'm just going to gently lift my hips to rotate Sarah's shoulder inwards. So again, we're going to start from this position, so collar sleeve. Just make sure you guys are not grabbing inside, that's an illegal grip. So we always want to grab on the inside. I prefer this grip. Some people like the pistol grip, but I like this one, like this. So Sarah's going to stand up. I'm going to take my left foot away from the hip onto the shoulder. This is really annoying. Try to break that. Your hands, yeah. It's actually pretty annoying to break. Like it's not easy. So I maintain the posture with this hand, and I push her away. As soon as that happens, I put my right foot on the hip, and I'm going to square up like this. So now we're in open guard. This arm is outside of my leg. So what I'm going to do is go onto my left hip as I shoot through, and sandwich her shoulder between my knees like that. I maintain this collar position, and I want to shove this hand into her back pocket, or into my back pocket rather. I can then swap the legs. I grab her far hip and I sit up. I then hip escape, and I hip escape till Sarah's shoulders are on the mat, and then I just gently lift my hips till she taps. So it's this action. Just go really slowly, especially if you haven't done it before. Well, collar sleeve, Sarah stands up, shoulder, hip. I square up, and I go on my left hip as I shoot my leg through, and I sandwich her shoulder between my legs. I swap the legs, I swap, I grab the far hip when I can. The reason why I grab this far hip, if I don't, Sarah can roll, and it's a sweep, but I'm not going to submit from there. So if I'm holding on to Sarah's hip, try to roll, she can't because I'm holding on to it. So I grab this, I hip escape, and hip escape again till her shoulder is on the mat, and then gently go up.